In this video, we'll be talking about how to register for dog days, the steps in the dog days reservation system. First step is you'll need to log on to your my.fresnostate.edu student portal. You'll sign in using your Fresno State email that you created. It's the same username and password to access the Fresno State Student Center as the one that you made for your Fresno State email. Okay? You'll click on Student Self-Service in order to access the Student Center, right? And then click on Student Center here. You'll see there's a lot of different options, so you'll want to take the time to explore your Student Center prior to your dog days so that you're familiar with the process, because this is also where you'll register for classes on your dog day, right? So to register for dog days, once you click on Student Center, it'll come up on this page. You're going to click on the second green arrow, which says My Admissions and Program Applications, all right? On here is where you will see the ability for you to accept or decline, all right? In order to access the dog days reservation system, you must first accept your admission to the university, right? It's a three-step process: accept, 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 right? Once you do that, if you're not ready to make your dog days reservation at that time, you'll see here in this example, the dog days orientation link pops up, right? Until you've already accepted, that link will not be there, right? Otherwise, once you accept, it will immediately take you into the dog day system to register, all right? When you get to the page, this page will come up. It has information about the major that you were admitted as, what college you are a part of. We have 8 colleges here on campus. The major change is going to be disabled because there are no major changes for dog days. If for some reason you want to explore changing your major, you can email dog days and we can talk you through the process and what are the limitations, that type of thing. But you will need to email the dog days office, dogdays@mail.fresnostate.edu, in order to consider that major change, okay? Otherwise, you need to stay in the major that you were accepted for at the university. So you'll click on Next. Also, if you have any needs for services, if you need a translator, mobility issues, that type of thing, you can contact the dog days through our email again. Once again, the phone number is not an option because our office is closed. Email is best. But we do provide additional services for students. Unfortunately, we're unable to provide like translation options or whatever it might be, special services for guests aside from mobility issues, right? On the next screen, you will select a workshop. All of the eligible workshops will show up here, depending on your major, all right? If there's only one, it means the other ones have filled up. So it's more advantageous for you to register for your dog days early so you get a first choice of dates, all right? Certain dates may be open for certain majors. It just depends on what your major is, what available workshops there will be. In this example, you'll see on the very right, it says guest registration allowed. The first one in this example says no, because for that date, in this example, the guest reservations are full, all right? So if you wanted to bring someone, a supporter, mom, dad, whoever it might be, if you selected that date, you would not be able to bring someone because we are already full on that date in this example. The other two in this example have spaces left if you wanted to bring a guest. All right, once you do that, you select your workshop. It'll go to this next page. You select your meal option. For freshmen, there's a regular hot meal. There's vegetarian option. There's also a gluten-free option. For transfer students, since we are going to a half-day program, the option that you'd select is meal voucher. You will get a voucher to use on campus, but because we are a half day, there's no formal lunch hour in order for meals to be served, so you'll get a voucher instead. All right, in this example, you can bring 2 guests. You put in there their name, their relationship, the meal that they want, and their email. The email is optional, although if you want updates regarding changes for dog days or that type of thing, you may want to put the email of your guest so that they can know if something is canceled or whatever it might be. Right, if you would like to bring more than 2 guests, you are eligible to do that. You would just need to email dog days with your Fresno State student ID number, and we can add the guests manually on our side. All right, but you can only add up to 2 guests in the reservation system. Keep in mind the guest payments need to be made at least 48 hours before your dog day. The May 1st and June 1st deadline, the one for freshmen and transfer students, does not go for the guests. Guests can be paid up to 48 hours prior to your dog day. If you are eligible for the fee deferment on this page, it will show this with an option of yes or no. All right. The yes just means that you have more time to pay for the fee. It's not a waiver. All right, so from my perspective, there's no reason not to say yes. If you select yes, you can still pay tomorrow, but you have until usually second week of September, whenever census is. All right. If you select no, then you have to pay by either May 1st for freshmen or June 1st for transfer students. So please keep that in mind. Okay. Right here, fee deferment status, it will tell you that you will not be able to change your mind later. So if you're unsure, just select yes if you are eligible. If you are not eligible, like I said earlier, this does not even show up for you. It's not even an option. Okay. Once you're done, you'll get this confirmation page. If you were selected the fee deferment, it'll be at the top right. In this case, the student is not eligible for the fee deferment. It talks about when everything is due. It'll have parking instructions. It'll have a link at the bottom to pay your student fee, and the same link actually to pay for the guest fee. Right, that leads to our cashier's office website, CashNet, in order to pay for everything. All right. Now, in CashNet, if you're bringing guests, it does not automatically add the guests to the total. You need to select one or two guests, depending on how you registered, and add them to your cart, similar how you would do when you online shop. All right. The student portion, the $70, is automatically added to your bill. The guest portion you need to add here in this example on the screen where it says dog days guest. You need to click on that and add the number of guests, one or two, and add them to your cart. All right. If you simply try to pay $25 and you add the dog days guest, that $25 will go to your tuition or whatever other fees you have due, and you will still need to go back in and pay $25 for your guest. So make sure when paying for your dog days guests, you select the option and you add the one or two guests to your reservation. This is the information for the dog days office, our website, email. The phone number is there, and we will be checking voicemails periodically, but if it's urgent and you want a swift response, you will need to email. It also shows all the other social media where we'll be giving updates in case any changes are made or anything needs to be changed in regards to dog days. Dog days will also be holding Facebook live videos for question and answer every Thursday starting March 19th through April 30th at 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m. on any Thursday between now and April 30th, you can log on and we'll be doing Facebook live videos if you have questions right then and there. If you don't want to wait, if it's urgent, if it is sensitive in nature, email us, and make sure when you email, you include your Fresno State student ID number. Otherwise, we will not be able to look you up.